All right, we are recording.
Alright, so the topic is genuine, and this is my.
Little louder, Landon, just because your back's to the camera.
This is my 4 to 6 answer. I think genuine changes because she finally has a good relationship with somebody, and does many fun things with the ginger cat.
Well, I think that the ginger cat helps her along the way, but when she loses the ginger cat, she's really sad. So when she finds it, and she's really grateful, then that's how she changes.
I think that she changes because she's a very codependent person. I don't really think she changed much at all, because she had the cat, but the only reason why she got the cat is because she needed the fish. Because on page, my first evidence is on page 64, when she says, I have fish today, but what will I have tomorrow? She's worried that she won't have any food, and she doesn't think that she can get it herself. And then she sees the ginger cat, and the only reason why she gets the ginger cat, not because she likes it or anything, is because she thinks that it can help her, and she can't really, and so she can't really do anything without the ginger cat. And when the ginger cat finally runs away, she thinks that she's just gonna die. She thinks that nothing is gonna happen.
Pause for 1 sec. Outer circle. Pause for 1 sec. Outer circle. Don't forget, you're jotting down things that make you go, huh? Or, oh, or, wait a minute, what? Outer circle, you have to be jotting also.
I think.
Next page in your shared, by the way, is where you would be jotting.
I disagree with you. Okay, so I agree with Ben because I agree with Ben because when he said, or with Grant because he said that she was worrying about tomorrow and how she wasn't gonna get food. But when she found the ginger cat, she was grateful, and then I think she changed because she wanted food, and ginger cat kept saying, she found food, and then the ginger cat kept saying, what would you do if I left? And then she was getting worried, so I guess she learned to love her cat and be grateful for what she has.
I disagree with you both because, what I think is, I think it's the way the ginger cat speaks to her because I think he knows that she only invites him because of the fish, but he still treats her like he means something to her and that she really likes him, and that's why. And I think that warms her heart slowly, and then at the very end, when he leaves, she realizes, whoa, he was treating me so well, even though he knew I was only using him so I could have the food.
At the way end,
and she realizes that, so that she she's all nice, and when she gets him back, she says, you don't have to fish, I love you, and she's trying to prove to him how that she changed and how she really loves him, and she only wants him, and she doesn't only want him because of the food.
Alright, I agree with Grant because I really don't think genuine changed until after she lost the ginger cat.
You had a piece. Let him have a piece. You can always get back in.
Because the only reason genuine really liked the ginger cat was because she wanted to get food and resources. And then when she really noticed, when she didn't have the ginger cat, she, like Grant said, she just thought she was just gonna like die. She didn't have anything. Her husband died. Now she doesn't have the ginger cat. They got all her food for her.
And at the end, when she goes to her neighbors, I think she just goes to her neighbors because
She's,
in
like,
the beginning, in the beginning she says, but what about tomorrow? So she's worrying about tomorrow because she's worried. So she thinks that this is what I think. She gets her neighbors because she needs somebody with her at all times, or else she'll just freak out, like when the ginger cat left. And
She's a very fragile person.
yeah, she's very codependent. And also, she asked for her neighbors to come because if the ginger cat leaves again, then she won't have anybody. So I think it's because she wants to warm up to her neighbors, so that if the ginger cat leaves again, then she can I don't know, get some resources off of them or something.
I think she didn't even change because it said she was really like mad and everything when she her husband died and she fired all her servants. When she came out, I think when she saw the cat fishing, she thought of really good things, and that's what made her happy.
She thought that she could finally have good food. And
Yeah.
I think I agree with Carson. Go ahead.
My before discussion answer is genuine changes because she realizes that if there was no cat, she would be starved or she'd be dead. And she changes from being grateful, from being like, I just need the food from the cat, to actually liking the cat. And the only reason why she finally liked the cat was because she, near the end, I don't remember I think somewhere near the end, she actually said that she was really joyful with the cat, and she missed the cat, and she said that the only reason why she really wanted the cat was for the fish, and that she was sad that she was upset that when she was next to the campfire, she had nobody, like her little fire, she was missing the cat because she had nobody to sit next to and stay cuddly with.
Yeah. All right. So I agree with Carson because like her husband does die and she's really like sad about that and stuff, and she fires all her servants because she wants to keep her money because she can't like get any more because her husband died. But when she finds the ginger cat, I think after time and time, like when they sit by the fire and eat together and stuff like that, like she feels what it feels like to be loved again and has somebody by her side all the time.
I agree with you because she was actually like starting at the beginning. I think in my mind that she didn't really care for the cat. She just wanted the food.
Yeah.
And but then later on, when she lost the cat, she was really upset because she wanted somebody to sit next to, and she was having a very nice time. But at the beginning, I bet you she just wanted the food.
I have a question. I look at the story and I wonder about, I see her go through this change, and to me she puts up that bottomless sorrow scroll, because when the ginger cat's gone, she realizes how sad she really is. But I have a question, and I'm not sure of the answer to. Why does the story have her begging from the beggars? Why does it have her begging for the baskets from people who are so far underneath her, really?
I think I have an answer for that. I think that she is.
You can say.
I read it from Grant.
Yeah. After I did my last evidence thing, he tapped me, and then I said, I have one more piece of evidence, and I let him go in.
Oh, I see. So let him give one more thing.
So, Liam, can I answer first?
Yeah.
So, I think that she was I think the author was making her beg because that I think it was making that she had to pay for what she's been doing to everybody in the town. Like she's been being mean, like not accepting any help or anything, like being rude to all them. So like she started losing money, and then I think that's why the author made her getting poorer and poorer.
Yeah.
So like
And at the beginning,
You pay for those little.
so like retribution.
Like at the beginning, like when she loses her luxury and her idleness and stuff like that, like she loses everything. Like she starts losing everything like every time at a time. Like every few days she loses something like
Maybe someone who hasn't been.
like the first thing that happened, like her husband died. That's one thing she loses. Then she loses her luxury and she loses part of her money, and then she fires her servants because she wants to still have money.
I forgot what we were like. What was this?
But I
Wait, 1 sec. What was this in reference to?
But it also changes her because she keeps losing things at time to time, and the ginger cat is all she has left. And then when the ginger cat goes away, that's when she like really starts to feel that she cares for it, not just for the fish.
Bottomless sorrow.
Yeah, and then so she doesn't just prove to him for fishing for the cat. She also proves to the cat that by paying for all of the baskets, even though she probably didn't tell that to the cat or the cat wasn't there to see that, but she still paid for all the baskets instead of saying, can I please look at your basket? She actually just bought the baskets just so she could get the ginger cat back. And
So are you saying you agree with what Tristan said in terms of like retribution for the evil and cruelness she's been exhibiting toward others?
yeah,
I also
and she starts to get like more like settled down and more like calm, and more like of a better, nice person.
Would you say that by the end she's humble?
Yeah.
The beginning she's not humble, she's haughty. Would you say at the end she's humble?
Yes.
I think she was humble, but not as humble as she wasn't like really humble, but she was humble in a way. But I really agree with Liam too, because we both have sort of the same answer, like that she realized that the cat was actually being good to her, and she changed. And yeah.
Well, I think when the cat was asking Chin-Human, I think it was like, if I leave, what would you do without me, or something like that. And then she said like don't do that. Like then I think Chin-Human was trying to get the thought of that the ginger cat might leave her, but
most of the stuff said, I think. Most of the stuff said, I think relates to her like really needing somebody all the time. Like the ginger cat, she needed it, even if it wasn't for the fish. But she needed somebody to love her, or something to love her really. So it really wasn't only for the fish, I think. At the beginning, it probably was, but then later on, since on page 64, it says no more purring. That
No,
does.
that's not the back page.
It's on
64, that's what it says,
like no more sitting by the fire.
no, on 64 it says like no more, I had fish today, but what will I have tomorrow?
Oh,
That's that one. On page,
I would agree with Tristan, because I think what changes Chinima was when the ginger cat runs away, because she had to do some things by herself, and she had the ginger cat to do everything
boys.
for her. Without the ginger cat's help, like she didn't have any food. She was worrying about tomorrow. Like
what will I have tomorrow to eat?
Well, why does she need the ginger cat? She
Could have just said yes to her neighbors.
Because before she was always being mean to her neighbors, and her neighbors didn't really want to be nice to her back.
Stick with your question, Carson, because that was a good question. She wasn't. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
She
You're getting the circles.
I know.
I don't know. I think that she really did change on page 67. She changed a little bit. I mean, like she didn't really change from herself at the beginning. She still needed somebody, but she needed the cat in a different way. So she went out looking for it for love instead of the fish. And this is the same thing with her neighbors, I think.
I agree
Because they were all so quick. Like after you said one thing, you had to leave. But you know,
Well,
when you seen the one
I
video like
agree
this one,
with Grant.
Oh, that's why you said no.
yeah.
It's working well.
I like this one better because they're actually staying in there for a while. Ben, you've already gone in.
She didn't want to check every basket to know which one had the cat. He didn't ask.
Well,
And you remember that? When they said that, I think she really needed the love the cat for what she got, not for the money.
On page 67, she says she's like, when she gives away the basket with the cat inside of it, when she didn't know the cat was in there, she's like, no more fish, and then like, no more sitting by the fire, and no more purring, and no more, yeah, and so she's really lonely, and I think she really gets a good relationship with the cat near the end because he just tries really hard to get the cat because in the beginning she just spared the neighbors, but then at the end she asks for their help.
At the beginning, she what? I didn't hear
Well,
it.
she just spared
Spare the neighbors' help.
Yeah.
Through the story, like she was being changed by the ginger cat, but when she saw the beggar coming to the door asking for a basket, she treated him really badly.
Trash.
Yeah.
And then
I think on page 64 it says, "Oh please, Ginger Cat," said Cinnamon, "catch a fish for me." Ginger Cat says, "Certainly, Auntie." What I think was he treats her like really well, but
Kind of like a mom.
kind of like it's for she just like picked him up at the lake and the cat acts like Ginger Cat acts like the cat's been he's been her pet for like years and years. Like he treats her really well, but then she just all she like wants to do with him is like say, "Go catch me a fish. Give me something to eat." But like
That's all she knows because she's so hurt since her husband died, and
she doesn't have anyone to like talk with. But then at the end, she realizes that this was her someone to be the rest of her life with instead because her husband died. But she realizes at the end because when when the beggar takes the basket and leaves, and then she loses Ginger Cat, she was so worried and like her heart stopped and she finally realized, you know what, I think this was the person that I wanted for the rest of my life. Or
I
the
agree.
cat.
I agree with Landy because in the beginning, she just wanted the cat for fishing and everything. But as the story went on, they got a stronger relationship with each other, and that's why she was so like depressed when the cat was in the basket and she couldn't find him.
I have something to say. I think that I just thought about it and I was looking over the notes that I wrote down that I really do not think that Chinyumin changed a lot because she only really changed around the Ginger Cat. Because when the man came to the door, it was actually sort of close to the end of the story, a little close to the end of the story, and she acted like trash to him. And
really, I think she only acted nice around the ginger cat because that was the only person who she really loved.
I agree with Tristan because if she acted like really mean around the ginger cat would probably go like, oh, what a jerk she is, and he would probably leave.
Yeah,
that would
she was
probably
like
happen.
she was like the only one. The ginger cat was the only one that she was acting nice to, pretty much.
I think.
And then the one only other person at the end, the person who she, down.
And Carson was right because she was the cat would have been like, oh, he's such a jerk, I'm gonna leave. He kind of did that during the story, but I guess he just like he knew that she wanted him just for the fish, and then like she was like, oh, and he kept saying to her, well, what would you do if I left? And then I guess that like that's kind of what he kind of Shaylee kind of did that. So.
Can you tell me where some of that evidence is where you told us that the ginger cat actually kind of left? I don't recall
Yeah,
that.
because on like 2 different pages, like he said, what would
you do
what
Yeah,
would
what
I
would
left?
you do
Yeah,
if
what
I
would you
left?
do if I left?
Then
So
she
he
just
kinda-
answered, I.e. Why would
That's
you
not
do
what
that
you
to
would
me?
want.
He was getting ready to leave because he was saying, oh, like, she's just using me for the fish. I want to leave.
And then she started acting nice.
And then when she said, don't do that to me, like she's putting herself out there and saying, no, don't leave me. You're the thing that I need the most.
Nice job.
I don't think the ginger cat I don't think the ginger cat was ever planning on leaving.
No, she was just saying
She was
that
just
to see what
asking.
happens.
Some people are getting the feeling that she actually wanted to leave, but she never really wanted to leave the genuine.
I have to sort of disagree with the thought that she didn't change, because that's circulated a couple times, and you were the most recent one who said it. Because I look at her action when she goes to the when she goes, well, a couple things to me that indicate she's really changed. One is the fact that she's begging beggars for their basket.
Yeah, but she was just begging to find the cat. She's not begging like if she was finding something like something that was hers, not like the cat, she would have been like, give me your thing. But this is something that she actually loves, so she wants to find it.
But why? But she could still be just mean to them. She could still be just mean, like, here's $10, give me your basket. Instead, listen to the words she uses, because I understand what you're saying, that she's just going because she loves the cat.
Yeah.
But then why would she say, spiritual old monk, allow me to buy your basket, instead of just being like she normally was, which is just give me your basket.
She really wants the cat.
I understand, but
Because
she's
they're
still by the
beggars.
kindness.
Because they're beggars. And
Because
she
if it
feels
was
really
some,
bad for
I
them,
agree
so they
with
don't
you.
have to-
If it was something for somebody else, like if it was something for somebody
Wait,
else, she would have been like, give me your basket. But this is something that she like loves and really super duper wants. I agree with you, but I also disagree
Ben.
because the ginger cat does end up in the basket, and I do think that if Chinyumin like really loved the ginger cat, she would probably not want to leave and like not keep her eyes off him at all, and then she just take that one over there. She would probably want to check in it first to see if she would probably want to check in the basket first before giving it to the beggar to see if something of hers was still in there.
I think, but I kind of agree with JD because he said that the ginger, like,
What did you say before? It was something about
My
like,
answer?
yeah, like the ginger cat actually wanted to stay with Chinyumin.
Oh yeah, well the ginger.
Because if the ginger cat didn't stay with Chinyumin, he wouldn't have anybody to comfort him and everything. So I think that JD was right because
About what Shaylee brought up with the.
And wait, hold on. So, one last thing that I have to say before I have Victoria is that when she could have just said, can I just look in your basket? But she loved the cat so much because at the end she found that she really did love the cat so much that she was like, you know what? I'll do anything for this cat. I'll pay you. Can I buy your basket? And she loved the cat so much that she was like, you know what? I'll pay for it. Let me just have basket. But the last one, she didn't have any money for it. She was like, oh, please, please. She was begging to the beggar. She was like, oh, please, let me just see your basket.
But really, the only reason why she wanted that basket was because
she
of
loves
the cat.
the
And
cat.
also,
If she was
I
a
bet you,
That gives you evidence that she does really love the cat.
No, but
she was
it's a cat.
getting a gift.
We know that she loves the cat, but she loves the cat because she needs love. She can't do anything without it. She cannot function without somebody with her. But if I think the only reason why she was actually being really nice to him is just because the cat might have been in there. So the cat would have known if she was acting very.
Like, I bet if she was getting a gift for, she was getting a gift for someone else, she wouldn't have tried that hard.
I agree. That's what I was
or
saying
anything
before.
else.
Like,
But since she needed that cat, she did it for herself.
Okay,
Like, I bet you.
I have just another question because I still see her as someone who's changed, although I do see your points of view. I don't understand why I'm going from the text, and on the bottom of page 70, she goes to her neighbors after she's found the cat, and she says to the neighbors, who she prior to this has shunned, she says, please honor me by taking a meal at my house. My table is poor, but your presence will make it seem rich to me. That is not the same person who started this story.
Yes, but the reason
But the
why
only reason she's changing is because of the cat.
Well, and also, no, but also
I'm
because
sorry,
the reason why the presence will feel rich to her is because she needs people, and the cat just isn't enough for her.
Okay, but Grant, I agree, she needs people. At the beginning of the story, did she need people?
No, because she had her husband.
Okay, but then he dies, and does she need people right away?
No.
No.
she doesn't.
But she doesn't.
Because she fired.
At the beginning of the story, she gets rid of the servants. She doesn't take the neighbor's help.
Because
She wouldn't fire the servants or anything.
well,
you can look.
I don't think so.
You can tap me. I've been in for a while.
I think when Mr. Keller just said that my table is poor, that I would like to come in.
We're just
She is
moving
actually starting to change a little. I just don't remember this part. Because I bet you, how does this have to involve with the cat that she wants to be nice and have everybody to come to the table? The only thing how it involves with the cat is that the cat gets some food.
You've just completely changed everything you said. You think that she doesn't change, and then you say that she changed.
Because he just said that
But
he
you said it very
powerful.
You can change. No, I know. I think she changed a little. I only think she changed because she realized that, the ginger cat's not always gonna be there, and when she loses the ginger cat, she needs a good relationship, and she does love the ginger cat, definitely more than the neighbors. But because
Well, the only reason I think that she said to her neighbors, like, honorable neighbors or something, is because she probably knew that if she didn't find the ginger cat again, she needed somebody to, like, talk to.
But she already found the ginger cat by then, Gosh, as she said that.
well,
Yeah, she already had the ginger cat found when she said that. She already had the ginger cat back.
when she found the ginger
It's
cat,
on page 70.
when she found the ginger cat, I think,
It's like the last page in the story.
when she found the ginger cat, I think that she was first thinking, yeah, I can make some money, I'll get some food now. But then she said, I think she says, in the end, I don't want to lose him, because she says, no more filling up through the fire. So she did want somebody to be with her, but not all.
Yeah, but I think I kind of agree with Grant that she kind of changed because she went over her to go to the peggers to try to find the cat. She didn't actually take the chance to look inside of the basket because she loved the ginger cat so much that she just bought every single one. That's how she gets it.
I think that I definitely do agree with Tristan a lot. With the whole she didn't really change at all.
just changed
that's
a
supposed
little
to.
at the
Yeah,
end.
she changed a little bit at the end with the whole thing with her neighbors and the cat. But with the beggar that comes to her door, she does treat it very, very poorly. Like what Tristan said. And I think that's because she didn't know the cat was around. If she knew the cat was around, then she probably would have treated them nicely. And the reason why I think that she didn't know the cat was around is because if she knew the cat was around, then she probably would have known that the cat was in the basket.
Yeah, I'm being.
Well, no,
she
I think that she looked at all those baskets because not only was she losing her food, but she was losing her only
We know.
friend.
Yeah, we know that.
And because of that, she wanted to do anything.
I know. I think that the same thing too. But that's why I think she got her neighbors to be with her. And she didn't do it earlier. I think earlier, like when she just got the cat, she didn't make up to the neighbors earlier, because she just didn't think that anything would happen to the cat. But then when she lost the cat, she waited. When she lost the cat, when she lost the cat the first time, she waited to get it again to get the neighbors.
And then,
Atlantis isn't even talking.
and then when the beggar comes to the door, she just like treats him like trash. She's like, especially beggar, take that ragged thing over there, and it's no use to me. But when the cat's inside the thing, she should at least check where the cat's been and stuff. And then she like tells the beggar so many bad things, but then she gives her the basket though without even like not even knowing what's inside of it.
Well, when the cat says, would you ever leave me and she can tell you?
Bless you.
And the cat, and while she was in court, I think the cat knew that she was going to give the basket away.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I don't really
Wait, I have a question.
I don't really agree.
So but how would the cat know that she's selling the basket?
Well,
They don't know that the beggar's
it was
gonna
in
come
the
out.
corner, not being touched, and not even being used. It was all.
Tori, I don't really get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
It's not really
If it had-
understanding what you're trying to
But
tell
if
here.
the cat knew it, well, I don't really think the cat knew because he was like fishing and like sitting by her at the time. So I don't.
And it wouldn't make any sense if he did know, because the ginger cat liked being with Changeman.
Because
So
the beggar,
he would wanna
because the
get
beggar
something.
came after
He
that,
would've-
and how I don't think a cat can tell the future.
Well, since it was in the sunlight and it was all old, and she didn't touch it, he might want to take it like a nice.
Well, how
dress.
So you give it away.
Yeah,
After you speak.
I just spoke.
I'll see what I think it is she just, when the cat goes away, she realized she doesn't have any food anymore, but she realized that that was the one thing that kept her warm, and the one thing that she could talk to, and that they could, because at first, on page 62, it says she was alone in her house, and then the cat came in, and they kind of seemed like they were becoming a close friendship. So I think she got afraid. What changed her is she realized that she wasn't only losing her friend, she was losing her best friend.
I agree with Olivia, but when what you said to me, but before you said that she wasn't just losing something, she lost her best friend. Her food, she lost her best friend. What did you say?
And on page 62, it said that she was she was alone in her house for several months.
When you said that when Chinyaman came in, it kind of came into the house after she lost her husband. It kind of seemed like they were meant to be because I don't know. I guess they just
it seemed like Chingyman and Ginger Cat just clicked for some reason because at first Chingyman was just like, okay, can you catch me a fish? Sure, auntie. But then after that, she said she kind of realized that it was her best friend at the end. And
With Olivia said, I sort of and sort of do not agree with her. I agree with her with that she liked the friend, but I do not agree with her was because around in the 60s pages, I have my book, it's over here, sure. I'll just use any of my book. And in like around the 60s, in the 60 pages, it wasn't really when she was actually like in to where she really loved the cat. She started loving the cat like she really needed her after she lost around like the 66 or like 67 where she where she lost.
I agree with you because what happened was when she lost Ginger Cat,
She felt
she
more.
kind of felt like, you know what, I just lost my food sources and also I kind of just lost the
person that you
a person who's been with me for a couple of days now. And
since I was mean to my neighbors, they're not going to want to be with me.
they're not gonna help
Okay,
me. Like
at
my
this
neighbors
time,
aren't gonna help me.
She
so-
wasn't like loving
She's
friends
regretting
with this
everything
cat,
now.
Yeah,
but she
so-
liked the cat. But then after she found it, she began.
So when she was, like JD said, like when you said that she lost her friend and it was kind of like, oh no, I just lost my friend and I also lost my food and sources. And so when she lost Newman, it was kind of like, what am I gonna do? I have no one to be with. I have no one to like be there when I need someone or something. And I have no one to cuddle with and no one to be like.
And I agree
No one
with
to
you
be around.
because when the cat left, I think she was like in her head that she was like, oh, my life's gonna be ruined because I have nobody else to like be with because nobody would be
And then-
nice to me.
I have something to say about kind of what Victoria was saying about the basket. But then, if Ginnyman really actually cared for the cat, how would she let her get away like that? If she really wanted it that badly,
She didn't
I
look
know,
at
but
the
I
basket.
then
think
wouldn't she
it's
be
like-
paying attention to it?
I know, wouldn't she be
yeah.
paying
Yeah, but
attention
it's not
to
like-
the cat, but like when the why would she if the cat why would she not like if I had a dog I would like not let it go outside without like me being there, but like the cat just like went outside into the basket, I'm guessing, because how would the beggars come inside of her house and just get the basket?
Well, I love my cat. I have a cat, and just because somebody's at your door and you open the door doesn't mean you're like 24/7 on the cat. Like
I know, but I think you would notice if someone came in your house and said, "Oh, sorry, but let me take."
I know,
let me
but
take
she
the
didn't take
cat."
the basket.
that makes
She
no
gave
sense.
the beggar the basket.
yeah, because she
And cats can very easily sneak outside. They are very flexible. So
They-
They are really smart.
like I have a dog and I will let my dog outside. Like you're not gonna catch her inside your house and not let it.
I know you should let your dog outside or cat, especially cats.
Especially cats, because they like outside.
They get you. They get you.
I don't want to end it before it's time, but we're starting to rehash similar material. I have to tell you that as a whole, the class, you did a brilliant job.
I like this. Can we not do this again?
I have
I like this.
one-
I'd rather do the big. I like doing the big groups better because
I
people
have
don't
one
want to
turn
more
it
play
on.
idea.
like
Wait, guys,
Red
I
button,
have
Liam.
No.
Red?
I need you